Dear friends, so far we have been discussing online retail as if it were a single entity. In fact, as we briefly discussed, there are four main types of online retail business models, that are virtual merchants, omni-channel merchandisers, brick and click or click and brick, this is also known as with these names, then catalog merchants and manufacturer direct firms. Talking about these one by one, virtual merchants are single channel e-commerce firms that generate almost all of their revenue from online sales. So Amazon can be a good example here, and virtual merchants face extraordinary strategic challenges. They must build a business and brand name from scratch quickly in an entirely new channel and confront many virtual merchant competitors. Because these firms typically do not have any physical stores, they do not have to bear the cost associated with developing and maintaining physical stores, but they face large cost in building and maintaining an e-commerce presence, building an order fulfillment infrastructure, and developing a brand name. Second one is the omni-channel merchants, which is also known as brick and clicks. These are the companies that have a network of physical stores as their primary retail channel, but have also introduced online offerings. So it is also called omni-channel merchants. Omni-channel firms include Walmart. We can take one example of Walmart. And while brick and clicks merchants face high cost of physical buildings and large sales staffs, they also have many advantages such as brand name, a national customer base, warehouse, large scale, giving them leverage with suppliers, and a trained staff. Acquiring customers is less expensive because of their brand name, but these firms face challenge in coordinating price across the this channels and handling returns of online purchases at their retail outlets. However, these retail players are used to operating on very thin margins and have invested heavily in purchasing and inventory control system to control cost and in coordinating returns from multiple locations. Third one is your catalog merchant. Catalog merchants, established companies that have a national offline catalog operation, that is their largest retail channel, but who have recently developed online capabilities. So catalog retailers are retailers who mail catalogs to their customers and maintain showrooms where samples of the products for sale are displayed. Orders are filled from backroom warehouse and also called mail order house. Next one is manufacturer direct, single or multi-channel manufacturers who sell directly online to consumers without the interventions of retailers. There are some common themes in retailing, like online retail is the fastest growing channel in retail commerce, has the fastest growing consumer base, and has growing penetration across many categories of goods. So on the other hand, profit for many startup ventures have been difficult to achieve, and it took even Amazon 8 years to show its first profit. So consumers have been willing to accept higher prices in return for the convenience of shopping online and avoiding the inconvenience of shopping at stores and malls. So this allows online merchants more pricing freedom. The second common theme in retail e-commerce is that for the most part disintermediation has not occurred and the retail middleman has not disappeared. So retail middlemen are still there. Indeed, virtual merchants along with powerful offline merchants who moved online have maintained their powerful grip on the retail customer. So with some notable exceptions in electronics and softwares, manufacturers with the exception of electronic goods have used the web primarily as an informational resource, driving consumers to traditional retail channels for transactions. We can take the example of firstcry.com here. So firstcry.com has even opened few stores. So after seeing the products online, if the customers really want to see the product and feel the product, can visit the stores also. A third theme is that in order to succeed, online established merchants need to create an integrated shopping environment that combines their catalog, store and online experiences into one. Customers want to shop wherever they want using any device and at any time. So again we can take the same example. Suppose a parent want to buy a high chair for a baby, and they have seen the high chair on the website of firstcry.com, but they are not able to feel that how much space the chair will take, or what will be the height of the chair, whether it will be convenient for the baby or not. So what they can do, they can make a visit to a store and they can have the feel of that. So with this, a integrated shopping environment has been created with the help of online experiences and in-store experience. The fourth theme is the growth of online specialty merchants selling high-end, fashionable and luxury goods such as diamonds, jewelry and high fashion, or selling discounted electronics, apparel or office products. You can see few examples written here. These firms are demonstrating the vitality and openness of the internet for innovation and extending the range of products available online. Next, we have to understand the service sector, offline and online. So the service sector is typically the largest and most rapidly expanding part of the economies in advanced industrial nations such as the United States and many European and some Asian countries also. So the major service industry groups are finance, insurance, real estate, travel, professional services such as legal and accounting, business services, health services and educational services. Talking about the online financial services, the online financial services sector is a shining example of an e-commerce success story, but one with many twists and turns. While the innovative online firms such as E-Trade have been instrumental in transforming the brokerage industry, the impacts of e-commerce on the large, powerful banking, insurance and real estate firms have been delayed by consumer resistance and the lack of industry innovations. So for instance, online only banks have not displaced traditional banks. So the banks have made their operations online also, like you can print a passbook. The banks have established their e-gallery kind of thing, or e-banking system, where many of the activities which we do in the physical banks can be done online, but at the same time they have not displaced their traditional banking system also. So the same things can be done in the physical bank setting also, but the banks are now promoting customers to go online and use the services without coming inside the banks. So the first one is online financial consumer behavior. Various surveys shows that consumers are attracted to financial sites and apps because of their desire to save time and access information rather than save money. Although saving money is an important goal among the most sophisticated online financial households, most online consumers use financial service sites and apps for financial management, such as checking balances existing accounts, paying bills, most of which were established offline. So once accustomed to performing these financial management activities, consumers move on to more sophisticated capabilities such as using personal financial management tools like making loan payments, considering offers from online institutions, etc. Then the online banking and brokerage. The established brand name national banks have taken a substantial lead in market share as the percentage of their customers who bank online has grown rapidly. So the top banks are all large national banks that also offer online banking and brokerage system also. The third thing is online mortgage and lending services. So during the early days of e-commerce, hundreds of firms launched pure play online mortgage sites to capture the home mortgage market. So early entrants hoped to radically simplify and transform the traditional mortgage value chain process, dramatically speed up the loan closing process, and share the economies with consumers by offering lower rates. The fourth one is the online insurance services. The insurance industry forms a major part of the financial service sector. It has four major segments like automobile, life, health, and property and casualty. So insurance products can be very complex. For example, there are many different types of non-automotive automotive property and casualty insurance: liability, fire, homeowners, commercial workers compensation, marine accident, and other lines. So what happens, though these services are available online and customers can buy these services online, but the consumers in India feel more comfortable to buy these policies by interacting with some representatives of the companies. So this is one reason that the insurance companies, though they have gone online in terms of their working, but they also have the massive setup of physical activities where the customers can easily interact with their representatives and take decisions. After financial service, the travel services, online travel services are also very popular. Online travel is one of the most successful B2C e-commerce segments. Nowadays, when people have to travel from one place to another place, so rather than going and standing in a queue of ticket window, the customers prefer to go online. And why are the online travel services so popular? Because it saves the time of the customers and it provides a ready platform where the customers can choose their the services as per their needs, and a easy comparison of different alternatives are become very easy here, and that actually helps customers to take decision and to take the informed decision, rather I will say, because the customers have the full information with the help of the travel websites. So the online travel market is growing really fast, and nowadays, even if you see in India, if the person has to travel, the person will surely go online and check the details, though while going the and even the customers have started buying the packages, different travel packages online also. Whereas if we see the scenario a few years back, it was like this: customers prefer to go to the travel agents and then used to do the tickets. Even for a simple railway ticket, the customers used to go to the travel agents. But with the help of these online travel services, now it has become really easy for the customers to manage their travel online with the help of these websites. And then online travel industry is very dynamic. It is growing at a very fast speed, and customers are preferring these platforms. The next one is the online career services. It is just information. The ideal Nowadays, if we see, the online career services are also very popular, like social recruiting, mobile job search engines, data analytics, hiring by algorithms. So all these things are very popular. There are various websites which are helpful for the